Okay, here we go with some help for homework sheet number 7. The first question, there's been a 10% increase in the prices, so that's 100 plus 10, which gives us 110%. Okay, now we need to know what the price was before, so the magic word here is before. So before means it's a reverse percentage question. Okay, and there's two ways that we can do that. We can either take the new price, which is £8.80, and then divide that by 110% to get your answer, or we can do 110% is equal to £8.80. What is 1%? So what is 100%? So whichever method you prefer. Second question. Right, we need to sketch this graph showing all the things. Okay, so we're going to go step through the various procedures. So the first thing we need to work out is the roots. How do we do the roots? We put the equation equal to 0, factorise and solve to get your x numbers. So that means you can now draw your graph and you've got your two x numbers. One is on this side, one is on that side. Once you've got your x numbers, the next thing you need to be looking for is the symmetry. Right, and remember that is always x equals, and it's halfway between, so draw your symmetry line in. The next thing you need to work out is your turning point. How do you find the turning point? You put this x number that you've just found here, whatever that is, that goes back into your equation up here. Okay, and that lets you know what the y coordinate is. So you've now got your turning point. Last thing you need to find is your y-intercept. Where does it cross the y-axis? The number at the end. So now you've got all that information, you should hopefully be able to draw your curve. A wee bit better than I did. Question 3. Secret here, top heavy. Okay, turn them top heavy. So 8 times 3, add 3, 27 over 8. Divided by, do the same with the second fraction. And remember, because this is a divide, we need to turn that second fraction upside down to make it a times. Then we start to do some cancelling. Question 4. Shouldn't have to say much about this, guys. Try and make these numbers the same. So I'm going to times this one by 3, this one by 2. Remember, when you times by 3, remember to times everything by 3. I'll let you times the second one by 2. Do your big add sum. Work out your x number. Work out your y number. Question 5. Done a couple of these recently. We know the height of this vase is 100 centimetres. We know the height of this one is 60. We know that the volume of the large one, sorry, the volume of the small one is 20 litres. We need to work out the volume of the large one. So, get your linear scale factor, get your volume scale factor, and then work out what the new volume actually is. Hopefully it should be nice and easy. Question 6. This is the question which is going to cause most issues this week, I would imagine. So we have a key logo, looks something like this. We need to work out the area of the whole shape. Now the way we're going to work out the area of the whole shape is we're going to have to split it up. And I'm going to split it up into a triangle, the blue part, and part of a circle, the sector, the red part. So I've created a sector that looks like that and a triangle. Now the triangle is easy, it's just half base times height. And the question has been ever so nice to us. It's told us what the base of the triangle is. It's told us what the height of the triangle is. So the triangle part is easy. The sector, we know the angle is alpha over 360 times pi r squared. We know what the radius is. Okay, the question tells us that the radius is 3. However, what we don't know is we haven't got a clue what this angle in the centre here is. So what we're needing to do is we need to work that angle out. So we go back to our triangle, we split it in half, and we do some SOHCAHTOA. Okay, that is going to tell you what this angle is. So there's my triangle split in half. We know from the question that your triangle is 10 high. We know from the question the triangle is 3 wide, or half of it is 3 wide. I can do SOHCAHTOA to work out that angle. Once I've worked out the blue angle here, that's going to tell me what the double angle is there at the centre, this double angle up here. So then that's going to allow us to work out what the green angle is. Okay, once we know what the wee blue angle is here, that's going to allow us to work out the green angle. And that's what we're going to put in our formula. And then once we've got this answer and this answer, we're just going to add them together to get the total area. Right, quite a long question. Hopefully that helps. Question 7. Solve this. The only problem you've got here, guys, is remembering that negative times a negative is going to give you a positive. Okay, that's the only issue that should come with that question. You're going to end up with x is less than or more than a number here. And lastly, number 8, find the distance between the points. So here's your straight line. Right, this straight line looks like that. Okay, the question tells us this is point P, it tells us this is point Q. So if I know what those 2 points are, I can do a wee bit of Pythagoras work to work out the distance between them. However, I need to work out P and Q first of all. So, how do you work out P? P is where it cuts the y-axis. Cuts the y-axis when x is 0. So I'm going to put 0 into this formula for x. So I've got 3y's, take away 0 is 12. So 3y's are 12, so y must be 4. So I know that the height of this point here is 4. Okay, now if I repeat it to work out what my Q point is, so my Q point cuts the x-axis when y is 0, so I now put this 0 back in for the y up here. I'm going to work out what the x number here for Q is. Once I've got those 2 numbers, right, I tried to beat the bell, but obviously I never. Once you've got those 2 numbers, then we can do Pythagoras to find the missing side. Okay, there we go. Interrupted by the bell, but we're finished.